Hello there, traveler. Welcome to the castle, or, I guess more accurately, Diamond Plateau, by Cerzix. I'd like to share my thoughts about a book I've read, if you're willing to indulge a dragon. Thank you, traveler. Let's begin. Legacy is a novel written by Hugo Jackson and published by Inspired Quill. It is the first book in the Resonance tetralogy. This book has one of the more interesting magic systems I've read. It blends the approaches of having a hard magic system tied to the mysterious and rare crystals scattered throughout the lands, with a type of soft magic in the perseverance and will of the wielder of said crystal. The reason I bring this up at the start of the review is to establish that the crystals and their effects on people who can use them, called resonators, are a major plot point of this book. Not only that, but I think it does a good job at describing Hugo's writing style and what she set out to accomplish in writing this fantasy adventure. There are immutable and unchangeable things in this world, its past and its people, but there is just enough give to have hope and strive for good. The main character, Faria, is a daughter of Aiden, the Emperor of Zyal. As she is the main character, the reader will spend the most time with her during the book. Her voice and how she develops as a character is a journey that is fraught with equal parts danger and growth. The supporting cast do a good job of playing off of her and each other, and getting to see them warm up to each other was a highlight for me. Reminded me of all the times that my group in a tabletop game got on the same page with our goals. The story itself spends a good chunk of time searching the continent for Faria's father to prepare for some as yet unknown cataclysmic event. Being the first book in a series of 4, a good deal of time is spent in setting up the world and what inhabits it. My biggest complaint is that the ending felt like it broke away from the pace of the rest of the book. Suddenly, there was a threat to contend with, and the group of protagonists needed to race to keep the villains from enacting their evil schemes. I think a lot of why this seemed jarring at first to me was that at this part of the story, the characters, and by proxy the reader, are just being told about this incredibly important location. So I had assumed that a large-scale fight taking place within that area would be something reserved for one of the later books in the series, as a cap to the series as a whole. I believe that it works well to cap off this particular entry in the series, but a reader might be left wondering where the series goes from here. Hugo does an amazing job picking it up in the second book, but I felt it prudent to talk about what I was thinking before I dove into the next entry. Overall, Legacy does a great job of setting up a fantasy world with a rich history that takes the reader on an adventure that's well worth your time to check out. Until next time, curl up with a good book and be kind to yourself.